So what day is it today? Day 30. I think it's day 31, if you can imagine. How about that, eh? Woo. Okay. So here's what we got happening. Number one, yeah, we'll do some a couple warm up as usual, just to get some practice, get some review in. Number two, what I got is a big review today for all the methods, solving systems, all methods. And that's what we're going to take some time to look at today, because we're basically at the end of this section now. Got a quiz coming up. Quiz, I said, was tomorrow, right? Right. Can we put it on Wednesday? Yeah. Okay. So Wednesday instead. Okay, a little quiz on that. I think that'll be it. Any questions from anyone here? Big quiz? No, probably 3 questions. Yeah, quiz is small. Yeah, it's not like a test or anything, or an exam. Yep. And I'll probably take them from the even numbers. We always do odd. I'll take them from the evens. No. They're just checking to make sure you're keeping up. You know what's going on. Dana, you had a question? Did I cut you off? No? Okay. Then, all right, Zoom, you got any questions, concerns? No? Okay. Then here's a few warm up for you. Just to get our day going here. Warm up 1. Solve with substitution. And the question you have looks a little like 2y equals 2x plus 12. Oh, that's a lie. I'm gonna give you a different one. I'm gonna give you this one. Y is equal to 2x minus 10. And y is equal to what I'll say is 8 is equal to 4x plus 2y. Yeah. So the goal is with substitution, try and figure out the solution to that system there. So I'm going to pause the video because don't need to see me or hear or watch the waiting around. I'll start it up again later on. Get it started here. So yeah, with substitution, the first thing is to remember you're replacing one of the variables. So we're going to place y with an expression of some sort. Okay. So what we then get, we had 8 is equal to 4x plus 2y, but we're not going to put y now. We're going to put what y was equal to, on the what y is equal to on the other topics, the other equation. Okay, so y is now equal to, replaced with 2x minus 10, exactly. And so now the important thing to notice by doing this is that there is only x now to work on. And solve for x. Okay, so we do that. We get 8 is equal to, you help me out. What comes next? Nice, 4x plus 4x. Yeah. Minus. Yeah, multiply there, good. Okay, good so far. What happens next? 8x from those two. I'll just put minus 20 for now, like that. Next step, what happens? $20 to the other side, what happens? 8x is positive, so what do you think? You want to move the 8x? Okay. So it's often on the left, right? Okay, so that means the 8 goes to the other side as well. Exactly. Okay, big workout, big moment. What do we get now on the right-hand side? Minus 28 it is. Yep. So x by itself will equal, I'm going to keep those minuses until we think about them, okay? Minus 8 is a number in front of the x, so that's what we're dividing by. Okay, and now we get our workout. Now's the hard part. What's this going to equal? No, not 4. Close. That's what Dunya said. No, plus, because a minus divided by a minus is a positive. And it's going to be, well, 7 over 2. 4 divides into both of those. So you can think of this as 4 times 7, 4 times 2. Okay, and so you're left with x is equal to plus 7 over 2. 3.5 is what that works out to be. So we have this so far. We have our x. Don't know the y. So what do we do to find it? We go back to our original question. And there is the y equals equation looking right at us there. That's the one we're going to use. Okay. Can I switch the page? No. Okay. Yeah, all right. So we're going to find y now, right? So when you go back, take a look at your notes there, way nearer than mine. We had originally y is equal to 2x minus 10 is one of the equations there. Yeah, and we found that x is equal to 7 over 2. So that's what we substitute in here now. Put 7 over 2 in for the x, solve for y. Okay, so let x equal 7 over 2. We get y is equal to 2. 7 over 2 minus 10. This will be a little workout. What happens in here? Exactly. How do we deal with this part? Nice. This 2 is on the top and 2 is on the bottom. Everything's all multiplied and divided, right? Okay. So these can divide out with one another. And that leaves 7 only in that location there. If these weren't the same, then they wouldn't cancel out like this. You'd have to leave them. So maybe I'll show you what happens and give more of a reason why this happens. So watch. This is a fraction over an invisible 1. That's a fraction there. So how do you multiply fractions? Top times the top, and bottom times the bottom. Okay, but instead of working it out, we're just going to show it. Top times the top, bottom times the bottom. Yeah, so this is now all one fraction, which is important. All one fraction now. And we got a 2 divided by 2. So what happens? They divide out with one another, right? And what's left is just the 7 over 1. Okay, officially we're left with 7 divided by 1, which is just 7 there. Okay, so that's what this fraction bit, that fraction bit turns out to be, just the 7. Still minus 10 all the way along. And that'll get a final value for y, which is how much? Not 70. No, it's a minus. Minus 3.
Minus 3.
Yep. Thank you, Zoom. Minus 3 indeed. Okay, so that means our final answer is going to look like 7 over 2 and minus 3. So if you were to graph these lines, that's where they would cross one another. Yeah, yeah. Okay, one more warm up then. The other method, elimination. When this is done there. Good. Okay. So this is warm up number 2 now. From class, it was mentioned that you got to put equations in order, then you multiply and stuff. That's this one. Okay, so I think they're already in order to start with. Solve with elimination. This system here, 4x plus 3y is equal to minus 5, and minus 2x plus 2y is equal to 6. So I'll pause the video for a moment, let you all take a look, let you all try. Then I'll step in and help if needed. Let's get it started. What's the first thing to do for this one?
So we can put 3y equals minus 5 plus 4x. I'm not really sure, but
Hadil, one more time. What'd you say?
I put 3y equals minus 5 plus 4x.
No, not for this method here. For this one, what we're going to be doing is adding and subtracting these terms from one another. No need to move things around. Okay, it's all in order to start with here. Okay, but what we need to do is get some coefficients the same as one another. We need the numbers in front of x the same, or the numbers in front of y the same. So what do you want to do? Okay, we can multiply the first equation by 2. And the second equation by you want x's the same? Okay, but what if we're getting the x's the same?
Here is minus.
Brackets? Close, but these both have to be the same numbers. So that's a 4 and that's a 2.
4 we can divide by 2.
Zoom said divide. You can't. You got to multiply. You got to.
We cannot. And minus 2, it's need to switch or I don't know.
We're not. Zoom says switch. We're not switching them. This order is beautiful. We want it looking like this for this elimination method. All right. How can we get a 2 up to a 4? What do we do?
Add 2.
We've got to think about multiplying in terms of multiplying.
Multiply by 2 gives 4.
Yep. That'll work. You multiply equation 2 multiplied by 2. Okay, and so what do you get? What's 2 times minus 2x?
4x.
Not bad, minus 4x.
Oh, yeah, minus 4x.
What's 2 times this 2? Plus 4y. What's 2 times that 6? We get 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are our original equations. I'm just going to write number 1 now and underneath here. See? We got 4x and we got a 4x there. That's good. One's a positive, one's a negative.
That's okay to be like 1 negative, 1 positive.
Well, yeah, it's very okay to have them 1 negative and 1 positive, because when it's like that, we add those 2 equations together. Okay, because what's a minus 4 plus 4 now?
Minus 4 plus 4.
Dunya says 0, and it's true. Yeah, minus 4 plus 4. I'll write 0x just to show we're thinking about it, but that's just 0. Okay, we keep going. We added those together. What do we get when we add these together?
7y.
Yeah, 7y for sure. And what do we get when we add these ones? Yep. Plus 7, right? Adding 12 plus a negative 5 there. So we get 7. And so therefore, what do we get for y now? Yep. Right. Y will equal 1 when you work. this last equation out there. Okay.
How y equal 1?
That 0 is gone. So we
Mhm.
just have 7y is equal to 7, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Divide, see?
Yeah,
Noisy. Make it disappear, and then it's not so bad.
yeah, okay.
Okay. So y is equal to 1 like that. Good. So that's one part, one piece. We have this. We need that. So what do?
So,
Yeah, exactly. We go back to the easy one, whichever one it is, and solve for x, right? Put y in there. That is, put y is equal to 1 in there and solve for x. Which equation do you want to use? Number 1 or number 2? 2? Okay. So x is equal to what? That's what we're doing right now. We're going to use equation number 2. So that's minus 2x plus 2. We're going to update that, and it equals 6 there. It's good? Yo, I was going to check my work. What about, I'm answering this question here. We got to let y equal which value? 1. That's what we solved for with all this other part. Okay, so we put y is equal to 1 in there. Yeah, question, go ahead. No? You okay with that? Because from the first part, all this work gave us that y is equal to 1. So we got this here from doing all this stuff, getting the x's to cancel out. We got that to happen by getting these numbers the same by multiplying by 2. Okay, so we do that work, and we get y is equal to 1, so we save it for a little bit later. Well, now's the later. Okay, we use equation 2 because it's the nicer of these two equations. This one is now right in there. Replaces the y. Minus 2x plus 2, y is equal to 1, equals 6. Now we work it out. Okay, so what happens next then? Well, minus 2x, what's this? Plus 2, what's that? Equals 6, like that. So I'm going to switch to the other page with this little equation here. You get minus 2x plus 2 is equal to 6. Yeah, we'll move the 2. So we get minus 2x is equal to 6 minus 2. I think so, yeah. What do we get on the right-hand side? Yep, 6 minus 2, 4. Divide both sides now by minus 2. X is going to equal what? Minus 2 when you work that out. So the final answer, minus 2, and what was our y value? 1. Nice. There we go. That's where these two lines are going to cross one another if we were to graph them. Yeah. Okay, good people. Well, that's what I wanted to show you. What I got is a worksheet with review sheet with these 1, 2. Also, the graphing is on there as well. These 3 different types. Odd numbers only. What do you think? Hand it in by the end of class? Try it. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Zoom, any questions?
Yeah, it isn't on team.
What's that?
The sheet on team.
Sheet, yeah, the sheet's on Teams. It is the last one. There are 2 others that are there. I don't
Oh
want you
yeah,
hurt.
now it's a
Don't
beard.
want you hurting yourself.
So the first one you mean?
No, like the 3rd one, I think.
Yeah, class. The beard.
It's, yeah, it says, well, let's see, which one is it? All systems.
Oh, second. Okay.
Yeah, all systems worksheet, that one. Those other 2 we'll leave for now. I might add something to Teams a little later. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video, but keep the channel open. You can work on those, odd numbers only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,